Hello and welcome to Out and About. I'm Diane Gonzalez. They are a blast from the past with all the latest features. They are Lincoln's two new downtown trolleys, which are expected to hit the streets in mid-December. And joining me now to tell me about the new way to navigate downtown Lincoln are StarTran Transit Manager Mike Davis and Todd Ogden, who's the Deputy Director of the Downtown Lincoln Association. Thank you both very much for being here to talk about the new trolleys. And Mike, I'm going to start with you. These trolleys will replace the Star Shuttle route. Why did you decide to make that switch?
The switch really has a unique nature to it because it ties to the history that we had back in the 1940s with trolleys. We also had a few trolleys in the 70s and 80s, but really for 30 years that's been missing. So it was a good opportunity to bring the trolley back, and the uniqueness we think will build ridership and be a great asset to downtown.
All right, what makes them so special? Todd, let's talk a little bit about their kind of unique features.
Yeah, I think from a downtown perspective, we're growing downtown and we need more pedestrian accelerators. And one thing that gets the community really excited is trolleys. We have the history with Molly the trolley, and here with the trolley, it gives you a little more extra excitement to want to hop on and get from point A to point B so people can get connected throughout downtown.
All right, talk a little bit about some of the features that make them seem a little historic.
So certainly the trolley has a bell, so it'll sound like a trolley. It has the look of the trolley on the outside with lots of woodwork and twirled brass inside. So it has that feel to it.
At the same time, it's handicapped accessible and has all the latest bells and whistles, as
That's
they
right.
say.
Modern features to it. It has a low floor ramp for easy access for wheelchairs and security system, all those good things.
Now these also can become open air in the warmer weather?
Absolutely. So the panels in the back of the trolley actually come out in the summer to give that open air feel to it, and I think people will really enjoy that.
All right. Also, they are running on CNG, so this is something that you've been trying to do at StarTran.
Absolutely. Compressed natural gas buses have cleaner tailpipe emissions, and so it adds to a cleaner environment altogether, so we're excited to be able to have that feature.
Now, rides are going to be free through February of 2019, and then they're a whole quarter after that. Tell us about the route and how you decided what that route should be.
The route really makes a complete circle around downtown, connecting Haymarket, connecting UNL, connecting government offices. So it really is a good fit to move people around downtown. If people are parking at a parking garage, there's usually easy access to a trolley stop, and they'll be able to use it to get to restaurants or other meetings. So.
Now, on weekdays, they're going to run every 15 minutes, but Todd, there's something special during lunchtime. Once we get the two trolleys, we'll have a quicker service over the lunch hour.
Yes, so that'll be exciting. I forget what the head times are exactly. Would it be about 7-minute head times there? And
Yep.
That's really important. Anything going around when you have people that have half-an-hour lunches, to be able to understand that you can hop on to a trolley within 7 minutes no matter where you are and get to the restaurant of choice. It's extremely important, and that really expands downtown's horizons for people that may not be able to experience the whole capacity that we have.
Well, there's a trolley stop, I think, just a block from City Hall, so I'm planning to use it for meetings and for lunch. Todd, how do you envision people using it? For what events or what purposes downtown?
Yeah, I think on the consistent route there is going to be a lot of lunch usage. I think that is where people will be able to get from Antelope Valley and park around that area and hop on this, and it goes through the Haymarket and the P Street district, so I think there's a lot of connecting these unique districts that we have downtown, so that lunch crowd certainly. And I think there is some practical use where you can park on the edges of the route and get from point A to point B and have a little bit easier way to get around where you may not have a garage accessible to your place of work or things like that.
Now, the DLA is helping us publicize the new trolley service. How will you get the word to visitors and people who are here staying in our hotels?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of materials at the hotels, certainly point of display things. things. There's going to be tokens out there. There's going to be coasters at the restaurants, especially ones along the stops, and stickers of people that rode the trolley. So we're going to get a lot of the branding and signage out in the physical elements, because that's where people are going to be that are going to want to use it. So we're going to try to inundate all the downtown businesses, especially along the route, with trolley material.
All right, I'm using one of the coasters right here. It says "Catch It." And it's got trolley.lincoln.ne.gov on it, which is the website. Here's the button I plan to put on for my very first trolley ride here, so I'm pretty excited about that. Tell us a little bit about how they were funded. I understand this is kind of part of a capital improvement program that you're doing to replace some of your older buses.
Yeah, the buses we're replacing are 2001 buses, so they've been on the road a long time, and so having new buses will improve our reliability. And they were funded through a grant from Federal Transit Administration. It was a Ladders of Opportunity grant. And we also received funding from Black Hills Energy, which helps provide matching funds towards those grants. So that's great as well.
All right. How do you plan to use the trolley?
Oh, it's just, in general, it's fun to ride, to bring your family down, to enjoy downtown. So that's one of the first ways, I think. And coming down here for First Friday art walks, that's another great opportunity that I'm excited about. And then just some other things during the day. So,
are you going to be riding the trolley and just asking people what they think of it?
oh, that absolutely, that's a great thing to do.
So maybe we'll do a ride with the transit manager, special promotion. So. Again,
Yep.
Todd, how do you personally plan to use it?
My office is right in the middle of downtown, so I think a lot of it is to just the experience and be able to figure out who's using it. So certainly market research for downtown perspectives, but as a lunch goer downtown pretty much every day, I mean, I'll be using it quite a bit to get around to the different areas, to grab maybe different places that I wouldn't normally go.
In general, what do you think these will add to downtown, the atmosphere?
We just completed our downtown master plan, and a lot of what the plan has is making us more of a neighborhood, making downtown have more of a sense of place, and I think it does both of those things. You feel like you're in more of a neighborhood if you have this mode of transportation to help you get around whether you live or work downtown. And it's unique, it's fun, and that certainly adds to the sense of place where you feel like you're a part of something special when you're downtown. So I think it certainly hits it out of the park with both those elements.
All right. How will you be able to tell if it's a success from DLA's perspective?
From our perspective, it's going to be getting on the trolley and seeing how many people are taking it. I think that's going to be really easy, so we can really assess how effective this is and adjust accordingly if it's not, or if it is, do we expand hours, or what are the opportunities? I mean, that's Mike's problem, but for us, we want as many people coming and moving around and spending money downtown as possible.
That's Mike's opportunity, right?
Yes,
That's
exactly.
right. As transit manager, how will you measure the success of the trolleys?
The same. Any new services we closely monitor and see how it's doing, and continuing to advertise it well. Look for opportunities to expand as well.
All right. Again, Lincoln's 2 new downtown trolleys will be hitting the downtown streets in mid-December. Rides will be free through February, and then they're only a quarter after that. You can pick up some of the fun swag. If you go downtown, you might see some of the coasters. When you ride, you'll get a special sticker. If you want to see the route and find out more about the trolley, trolley.lincoln.ne.gov is the website. And if you want to call StarTran and find out a little more, if you've got some questions, 402-476-1234. Thank you both very much for being here, and we're all looking forward to riding the trolley.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Some of the things along the trolley route, of course, are our great museums and art galleries. As we go to break, we'll take a look at some of the great events coming up at those stops. Stay with us. Welcome back to Out and About. Jeff Mull joins us now from the Convention and Visitors Bureau. And Jeff, we brought in a special guest today.
Oh, what's
this
his face, huh?
Mr. Claus here.
Yeah.
Glad he could join us, especially this time of year. Got him mic'd up and
Mic'd
everything.
up, ready to
so-
go. I'm looking forward to see what he has to say
Me too.
about the kids of Lincoln, about events in Lincoln.
I think he's in a quiet and reflective mood right now,
He
though.
hasn't said a
so-
whole lot.
No,
Nervous? Is he nervous?
Could be. He could be
I'm
nervous.
actually nervous to be sitting next to him.
I know. It's
I have
pretty-
looked up to
pretty
this
big
guy
deal.
in December for so many years. Right?
I got his cell phone number today.
Oh, do share.
I did. Yeah. No, I
No?
can't.
No,
it's
okay.
it's a secret.
All right.
But let's get on with the great
Yes.
events. Many of them related to the holiday season, and we're going to start with a long-running tradition here in Lincoln, the Keelan Family and Friends Christmas Concert, 31st annual.
It's amazing this thing keeps going along, and just such a great musical event to kick off the holiday season. Mally Keelan and his co-host Pippa White will be together and talking about a lot of great music, concert singers, including soloists and great people all around this program. It's a family event.
If you aren't in the Christmas mood yet, this will definitely get you into it. And this year,
Yeah.
the event is dedicated to journalist and writer Gil Savory, recently passed away at 101.
Mm-hmm.
His daughter Pam is going to read a selection that he wrote for Christmas. So that
sounds
will
really
be
neat.
extra special. The proceeds always go to a good cause. This is going to go to the Freed for Life Prison Ministry.
I like that, and this will be at Our Savers Lutheran Church. Churches are great venues for musical, especially around the holidays.
And this particular church is a big, they have a lot of activity along with the Freed for Life Prison Ministry. That's one of their causes. So good event overall. All right.
Yes.
Another great place here in Lincoln is the Bay.
Yes.
The Bay is an indoor skate park, but it is also skating, coffee, music, art, and they're going to have a special local craft fair. It'll be a lot of fun.
50 local artists and makers will be coming together at the Bay at 2005 Y Street to feature those items that you can purchase. It's a shopping event for Christmas. Come spend the day enjoying some great food trucks, brew from Zipline Brewing Company. And I love what Mike Smith has started at the Bay. This facility has changed so much over the years. They keep expanding like you talk about. And it's a great outreach for kids, for women, for adults of all, people of all ages. And it's a great place to go get an early opportunity to shop for Christmas.
So we shot the mayor's budget video at the Bay this year.
Very
It was a
cool.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you don't know about the Bay, this would be a great introduction to find out what that place is all about. They're doing some amazing things.
Yep.
Another Christmas shopping experience is at the Lux Center this holiday season. They recently completed a major renovation project, so you'll get to see some of the changes they've made there, some of the improvements. But then there's just tons of art from local, national, regional artists. It's quite the place.
And it's very promptly named and actually appropriately named Gifted. It's a great opportunity to use the new space and give people a chance to enjoy those artists and have, again, some great opportunities to purchase items in the art world.
All right, there's still time to take the North Pole Express to go see this guy.
Hey, Santa.
And Lincoln's only train offering services to Santa's Village is at the Children's Zoo.
That's right. That will take you on a journey through the Candy Cane Lane. You'll visit the Hive. You'll get a chance to interact with Mrs. Claus's Bakery, enjoy some of her very own cookies, Gumdrop Stage, Rudolph's Animal Kingdom building, and you'll get a chance to write a note to Santa. So if you leave home and you think, man, my son or daughter doesn't have their note for Santa, they'll give you a chance to write it, then hand it off to Santa just in time for Christmas gift giving.
All right, and the Candy House Fun Shop continues at the Children's Museum. This is a great way to get keep the mess out of the house, unless
Yeah.
you decide to take it home and do it. But you can
Right.
do it at the museum.
How often can you go into someone's house and make a mess? And when you're doing candy shop fun houses, it is a mess. A lot of candy, a lot of frosting. You can go to the Children's Museum. You can also have a take-home kit. If you've had so much fun, you want to take your opportunity home and do the same, you can do that as well. They recommend registering early for this event.
All right, the museum is also doing its annual family-friendly New Year's Eve event, which features something I think we should do at adult parties, and that is a bubble wrap stomp.
Yeah, this is great. And what's neat about this event is you get a chance to celebrate with your kids prior to midnight, maybe get them home with a babysitter or another adult that's in the house, and still gives the adults a chance to go out at midnight and celebrate the new year. And great event, bubble wrap stomp. Maybe we'll do that very soon.
Maybe we'll do it right here on the show.
I like it.
Okay. We also want to remind people that first Friday family night at the museum, Friday night, the museum is open until 7:30.
And it gives families an opportunity to work a full day, get home, come back down to the Children's Museum and take the kids out. And each family night will have a specific theme with lots of fun activities and even costume characters to keep your kiddos busy all night.
And they don't have to worry about parking.
Yep.
They've arranged for free parking at the University Square parking garage. So you just look for the signs the night of the event. The next one is January 4th. So that's a good way to get more families to our great Children's
bet.
Museum. All right, we've got some holiday-themed theater coming up. Elf Jr. is coming to the Haymarket. This is the story of Buddy, who's just not quite an elf. He doesn't really know he's a human.
Yeah, Buddy's actually a young orphan who made his way into Santa's bag of gifts and was transported to the North Pole, raised, and learned a lot of interesting things. And this is actually taken from the movie Elf, which featured Will Ferrell and is an incredibly hilarious movie. Elf Jr. at the Haymarket Theater.
All right, the Haymarket is also again featuring the Santa Land Diaries. This show featuring local actor Andy Dillahey was so popular that it's coming back. This, of course, is based on David Sedaris' hilarious story.
And this will be directed by Tom Crew. And this is the story of an elf delving his time working as or actually a person delving his way into being an elf at Macy's Santaland.
It's very funny. Adult content, I think.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
We told you last month about Catherland, Becky Bosen's a new project with David Von Kampen. Again, we want to remind people that's coming to the Tada Theater in mid-December.
Through a series of unexpected circumstances and surprise guests, she discovers that where there is great love, there are many miracles. And this will be a little deeper, a deeper activity going on at the Tada Theater. A lot of times you hear about humor and fun going on over there. They're doing something a little bit different this time and very appropriate for the holiday season.
And the great Sandy Van Pelt, who's a soloist in Mally Keelan's show, plays Willa Cather.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a
busy woman.
busy
Yeah.
lady. You've got 2 more chances to see the Capitol Jazz at Blue Blood Brewery before they take their holiday break. They're going to take a break for Christmas and New Year's, but 2 concerts coming up in December.
That's right. Omnipotent Jazz Orchestra on the 10th and Monday Night Big Band on the 17th. And 7 p.m. Mondays, Blue Blood Brewing Company, a great venue for jazz and great music and fun.
All right, Nebraska Brass Concert Series is coming to Vine Congregational Church Sunday, December 23rd. And this one is going to feature the Nutcracker, arranged by Dean Haste and Rick Ricker, so a couple of the local guys. So special arrangement.
Should be a lot of fun. A lot of your Christmas favorites, the Christmas song, as well as some classical standards, like you mentioned, the Nutcracker.
Aubin Music has a couple of holiday concerts coming up. The Weary World Rejoices is the Christmas concert on December 14th and December 16th. And then, of course, it's the last blast with the Plymouth Brass.
Very good.
Got it.
You did well on that one.
Thank you.
I love what they're doing at First Plymouth Congregational Church. Great music, great partnerships with Aubin Music and then Plymouth Brass. A couple great events right there to wrap up the year.
The Nebraska Repertory Theater started a holiday cabaret, and this year's cabaret is going to feature what we call one of the Playhouse kids. Callie Dooling was a Playhouse kid. She's now a star on Broadway, and she is coming back to highlight the holiday cabaret.
She's a graduate of Nebraska Wesleyan University and Lincoln East High School. She was a Spartan. She cut her theatrical teeth at the Lincoln Community Playhouse like you talked about, and she's coming home. She's best known for her Broadway run. She's had numerous Broadway runs and the national tour of Fun Home. She's coming home, studio theater, great opportunity to see some local talent.
Yes, it will be a great opportunity to see Callie all grown up and very successful.
Yeah, that's really cool to think
very,
about.
very cool. Lincoln Friends of Chamber Music is doing a performance at the Leeds Carson Theater.
The 3 renowned visionary artists of the next generation combine talents in the eclectic new piano trio JCT, pronounced Junction. Great opportunity to enjoy a violinist and a lot of great music, the cello, pianos, a lot of great things going on at the Lead Center with that production.
All right, and Nebraska Jazz Orchestra has a huge concert coming up. This one features the legendary Paul Schaefer.
Wow. He's
Yeah,
been
it's
been
huge.
performing for 33 years, which includes a stint on David Letterman's nighttime show as well as Saturday Night Live, and the musical director for the Blues Brothers featuring John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd. I did not know that until I did a little research on this, but to see Paul Schaefer combined with the Nebraska Jazz Orchestra Lead Center, very memorable event.
And Paul is also funny.
He is.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
All those years, he just kind of was that guy over on the side, right?
All right, we also want to talk about some of the big national shows coming to the lead. Got my tickets for Book of Mormon. I told you last month, this is a must-see.
Yeah.
Have you got your tickets?
Well, I got tickets to something we're going to talk about later, but
Okay,
I think
all
there's
right.
still an opportunity. I know that's selling very well. Best musical, funniest musical. This thing is all over the board with best ofs, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Book of Mormon, multiple opportunities to see this, but this does contain explicit language
Yes, it
for
does.
adults only.
Yes, it does.
And definitely a good date night opportunity in downtown Lincoln.
Your face will hurt from laughing.
I like that.
It's hilarious.
Yes.
All right, Harry Connick Jr. is also coming to the Lead Center. He is a multiple Grammy and Emmy Award winner, as well as Tony nominations.
That's right. He's celebrating New Orleans' 300th birthday and the influences that shaped his career and his musical career. You've seen him on TV. He's been in movies. He's back on stage performing, and this is something I have tickets for. Can't wait to go see Harry Connick
All
Jr.
right. It wouldn't be Christmas without Mannheim Steamroller, and their big concert is coming on the 20th. Grammy Award-winning Chip Davis has created a Christmas classic.
It has, and it's created a show that's featuring Mannheim Steamroller's Christmas classics, along with a selection of compositions from Davis's groundbreaking Fresh Air series. Always great to see Mannheim Steamroller with Chip Davis performing.
And on another sad note,
Mm-hmm.
we want to mention Chuck Pennington, who performed with and conducted the orchestra for Mannheim Steamroller for over 30 years. He also recently passed away,
yeah.
just before Thanksgiving. So, tinge of sadness this year over the holidays, but it is that way for many families.
This is a good tribute then to talk about him and talk about all that he offered and what he brought to Mannheim.
Well, let's get outside. Pioneers Park Nature Center is going to have its winter solstice hike.
It's a good opportunity to enjoy a guided hike through Pioneers Park Nature Center. The hike is open to all ages. Children must be accompanied by an adult. Register by December 19th for the hike. And who knows if we will even see green grass or grass ever again. The way our winter's going, this could be a very adventurous hike if you think about it.
It looks like we're going to have a very white winter.
And moisture's good, but let's be safe out there.
All right. We also want to remind people that winter is a great time to head out to the Hyde Observatory for their free Saturday programs.
I'm told that the moon and the stars and space exploration doesn't take a break for the holidays, doesn't take a break for the seasons. There's always a good chance to see what's going on up in the sky. And the program will change monthly over at Hyde Observatory, so keep an eye on their website as well as give them a call if you have any questions.
All right. On the ice, at the Ice Box, your Lincoln Stars. They've got a bout with Waterloo on the 14th and then a whole bunch of matchups with Des Moines.
A lot of great opportunities for some great hockey. They have all-you-can-eat hockey this year. You buy a ticket and you can eat all-you-can-eat food at the Icebox.
Wow.
It's a neat concept for a Friday and Saturday night to get out. And
Sounds like a good place for Santa to go hang maybe after his big night.
It's a good opportunity.
Yeah.
But I love what the Lincoln Stars are doing. These are high school age kids. These are kids that are going to go off to college and oftentimes off to the NHL. So if you haven't been to a Stars game in a while, or if you've never been, perfect opportunity over the holidays.
And if you'd rather hit the ice yourself, the Rail Yard Ice Rink is now open.
Hit the ice. That's good. I like how you said that.
Yeah, I
'Cause that's
usually
me.
hit it pretty hard.
The Rail Yard Ice Rink is open down in the Rail Yard. It's a good opportunity to get out and learn to skate, watch others skate, have some hot cocoa, enjoy some great fare from down in the Rail Yard. And it's neat to transform an entertainment district into a skating area because we've never had that outdoors. And I've seen some amazing pictures in tourism where people are skating and it's snowing and it's those big flakes. They're all bundled up and they're having a great time in the Haymarket and Rail Yard. So invite people to head out there.
Can always warm up with some nice hot cocoa.
That's a good thing.
Now, before we go today, I want to mention that the Event Center recently did a big study, Lancaster Event Center, on their economic impact, and it's really huge. That place has made a big difference in our community.
You know, it's interesting that, it's no surprise to me that it has a $40 million economic impact and what it all does for our community, but how many people have never been to the Event Center? They've driven by it on 84th on their way to Waverly or Omaha, but the things that they're doing out there, their calendar is full each and every day of the year. They turn away business every year, and we have partnered with them on a lot of great events, and we are so excited about 2020 and 2021 to host the National High School Finals Rodeo with the Lancaster Event Center, with the community, and really show off what they're doing out there. It's something that I think a lot of people should be proud of.
$40 million annual impact on our economy, so that's That's a good deal.
That's good for sales tax, that's good for lodging tax, and that's good for Lincoln.
All right. Jeff, you have anything special down at your event center or at your visitor center over the holidays?
You know, we're going to have some hot cocoa down there. We're going to have some Christmas treats, and you know, there's going to be a lot of bustling activity down there. We want people to stop into 7th and P, where our visitor center is, if they're looking for things to do this holiday season.
All right. And speaking of the event center, we are going to have a list of the latest events coming up at the event center as we go to break. And then Tom Lorenz will join us from Pinnacle Bank Arena and Pinewood Bowl. First, I want to thank Jeff, Santa. It's been good having you here.
Santa. You know,
he's asleep.
he said he enjoyed it.
Oh, really?
He did. He just told me.
All right.
Yep.
I'll trust you on that
Yeah.
one.
Everybody have a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season.
All right. Thank you very much, Jeff. And we'll be back with Tom Lorenz right after this. Welcome back to Out and About. Tom Lorenz joins us now from Pinnacle Bank Arena and Pinewood Bowl, and you just missed Santa.
I'm sorry. I mean, I was hoping to see him. I got to get my order in.
He had to go, but Frosty was able to fill in for this segment.
Maybe he'll carry my wishes forward, and try to.
You never know.
It certainly is frosty weather, so.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We just hope he doesn't meld under the lights. So
I think he'll
hang
be all
in
right.
there. It's a little quiet.
He is.
Santa didn't say much either.
Well, you know what? Sometimes quiet's better.
On a serious note, I want to thank our council office for providing us with our guests today.
We appreciate that.
All right, let's get right to basketball, which is the big thing at the arena this time of year. And boy, it's going to be a crazy year.
It is. There's so many great games already lining up, and with the men winning the other night at Clemson and having already beat Seton Hall, the women are playing very strong and have a lot of great new players. We're going to see a lot of great things from them. I want to highlight that December 8th day. So at noon, you come in and watch the women play San Jose State. A very good team. Great to watch the women play. Amy has got the team. She's really winding them up. They've got a lot of talent out there, and it's fun to watch. But then at 5 o'clock, Creighton comes in. And the history between, Nebraska and Creighton and how much that means. So I hope everyone who's got a ticket can come down and cheer them on, and let's make that a really, really loud home game kind of an atmosphere for the men.
And then in between, we talked about the the ice rink is open, so in between, go get a little skating.
That's it. Go outside. It's very festive down there. It really feels cool, and once that rink goes up, it really feels like Christmas now.
Yes, especially with all the snow we've been getting.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. It has been 5 years now since Pinnacle Bank Arena opened, and what a 5 years it's been. Special anniversary concert will be a lot of fun.
Oh, to have Michael Bublé come back, and it really kind of hits home, that was our first concert. I remember it, but it was a hectic day. What a wonderful gentleman, Michael Bublé, terrific artist. I mean, we have concerts and then we have shows, and Michael was a show. It was an experience. It was part of, a great way to break the arena in. He loved it here. We got to spend some time with him. They were looking forward to coming back, and we were able to make that conversation with them, and they said yes immediately. So we've announced it. Ticket sales are unbelievable. They're very, very strong. So I think people are thinking it's a great Christmas present. But to have Michael come back, an evening with him, he's had certainly some difficulty in his life. He had a child that was very ill, and so he went off tour. So he's now coming back out, and I really encourage you, if you get a chance, go on YouTube and listen to the Carpool Karaoke with Michael Bublé. And it's fun, it's touching, it's one of those really cool things. And But we're really, really pleased. And it's 5 years.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't
hard to
seem like
believe.
It's tough
I
to
know.
believe it went that quick.
I remember that night. Well, I remember thinking, wow, his music's good, but he is also a good entertainer.
He is.
He's really funny and,
Yeah.
and
Interacted with the
great guy.
crowd and interacted with us, and he loved the way it sounded. He was the first one to mention how great the arena sounded.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Well, let's talk a little bit about a couple of interesting pairings you have come
Sure.
up with. There is a lot of buzz about Larry the Cable Guy and Styx together.
Rock and comedy. Don't those things go together?
I think it's perfect.
Hey, Larry, what a cool opportunity again to see Larry. I mean, it's always, probably most people in town have seen him, but it's always great to go see him live again. And he always has new stuff and it's topical, and what a wonderful, wonderful guy for not only for comedy, but for Lincoln. And
Yes,
just a
he's been
warm,
Very, very generous.
and it's fun. Larry kind of just drops in once in a while out at Pinewood, and he knows a lot of the artists and hangs out, and it's really fun to have him. But then to have Styx along with him. Styx has been one of those groups that just sort of transcends time. They are as popular today as they ever were, and their music is timeless. They have hit after hit after hit. To put these two together, I can't tell you how that's going to exactly work, who goes first or how all that works. But I mean, I hope the audience learns with us, and it'll just be a great night. And what a fun time to do in the middle of winter, to have that. It's March, but it's still going to be cold. It's fun to have that happen, and I can't wait for those two things to come together.
Well, the other interesting pairing I want to talk about happens in the summer. This is one of the acts that's been announced for Pinewood Bowl. Weird Al Yankovic with a full orchestra.
A full 41-piece orchestra.
Wow.
So, Weird Al is, when you really kind of learn something about Weird Al, he is a consummate musician, and he's well respected in the industry. And, the last time he came through, it was really kind of a cut-down show, not in that he didn't perform great hits and do all the fun things, but this one, with the orchestra, with costume changes, with all the cool stuff that goes on, Diane, you wouldn't believe how well this thing sold either. I mean, it is already off on a great start. His fans are rabid. I mean, if you've been a Weird Al fan for all your life, we listened to him on Dr. Demento's show for years and years ago. So, what a great thing to have him back, and it's always fun, and they're really very nice people to work
He's
with.
a very talented guy.
He is.
In his own special way.
Yes.
All right. Let's talk about what else is coming up at the arena in between basketball. We're fitting a few other things in.
Yep.
One that always has to happen is the Elks Christmas party.
This is the 111th Elks Christmas party, and the Elks get together and put together this really wonderful celebration of Christmas. Kids come in, it's free. They're given some candy, some toys, there's entertainment, Santa comes, all kinds of good stuff. It's a perfect afternoon. It's very close to Christmas, and God bless the guys at the Elks for doing this wonderful thing for all these great kids from Lincoln.
Right. I'm not sure you could call this a holiday event, but it is called Seasons Beatings.
Yeah, if you talk about now for something completely different, now we're talking about something completely different. Seasons Beatings, our annual, we do 2 local MMAs a year, Seasons Beatings and Spring Brawl, and MMA continues to be more and more popular, and we just did UFC this last fall, had a great audience attendance for it. The main event this time is Dwight Joseph. He's a guy from Lincoln, and he'll be fighting, and this may be his last kind of a local fight before he goes to UFC. So, we have high talent all the way up and down the card, really great excitement that night. And for those UFC and MMA fans to come in, we work with a great guy. His name is Train, who puts together the show. We have the ring. It's a fun night, and I hope a lot of people get a chance to check it out. If you've never been, it's something you got to see.
All right. January 22nd, a break from basketball with Disturbed.
Disturbed is a band that we had at Pinnacle or at Pershing Center often. They're 2-time Grammy Award winners. They're playing with 3 Days Grace. Multiple hits. Probably the one that everyone really recognizes is a song called Down with the Sickness, and it's something that they did for years. They were always very theatrical in their shows. It's great hard rock. Look forward to having them back in Lincoln.
And the Globetrotters are back as well. They've been here how many years in a row now?
Well, I think it's been every year since we've been open. So, and they love coming back. There's always new fans. This one is the all-new, quote, fan-powered tour. So this year there's over 20 occasions before, during, and after the show to interact directly with the Globetrotters.
Wow.
So they're such a talented group. They do things for the community. They come out and reach out before they even get here. And it's always, we've talked about it, we love seeing these guys come in, and it'll be a great day. Doors at 6 o'clock, it starts at 7.
All right, a week after the Globetrotters, then Excision is coming to the arena.
Excision, a really, really great EDM band. They're growing in popularity. This one will be, we've started to do a little EDM now. This is our second or third show with that genre of music. Hope a lot of people come out for this. This will be fun and exciting, and it'll be loud. So come on in and prepare to really feel the music as well as hear it.
All right, February 21st brings two legends to the arena. James Taylor's been there before, but Bonnie Raitt is going to join him. She was at Pinewood Bowl
Right.
just last year or year before.
The year before, and so now we get them both together, and this is a real a superstar show. Both of them are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Bonnie's only won 10 Grammy Awards over time.
Only?
Yeah. And James has been doing this. He's got Grammy Awards of his own, but for more than 40 years, his warm style, his distinctive guitar work has been terrific. James's greatest hits album has sold over 10 million copies. And, so you know that you're going to hear hit after hit, wonderful songs, Bonnie's stuff to see them together. I had the wonderful opportunity not this summer, but summer before that, to see them at Wrigley Field together, and it's a great show. We're thrilled to have them come to Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Wonderful. March 15th then, basketball is over at that point.
It is, the Big Ten schedule's over, but we potentially have playoff games.
Well, I hope so, yeah.
So we'll see whether they go to whether they go to NCAA or whether they have NIT or whatever. We'll just kind of see where that all washes out.
They're moving on from Pinnacle Bank Arena at that point.
At that point,
At
ideally.
that point.
Yep.
So Shinedown is coming then, March 15th.
Right, they're here with Papa Roach and Asking Alexandria. Very, very popular band, really great rock, and we've been doing a lot of rock shows lately, and this one's going to be as popular as all of them. Fun to have those three bands invade Lincoln.
All right. Now we're going to talk about a couple shows that take place on the dirt. The first one is Loud, Monster Jam.
Monster Jam is back, and it gets bigger every year, Diane. The trucks get more elaborate. The things that they can do with them are more mind-blowing and spectacular. It is a fun event. We got 3 performances, one Friday night, 2 on Saturday. Come early and enjoy. This isn't one job. This isn't like a family show or a kids show. It's we get date night, we get older folks, we get younger. It is across the board fun. And you're right, it's loud, but it's worth it.
What's louder, EDM or Monster Jam?
I think EDM for a continued night is, but Monster Jam has those peaks, so we kind
right.
of see how that works. Yep.
I think this next event is new since we last talked, and we've
It
got
is.
the Extreme Bulls and Bronx Rodeo coming.
Right, we have done a couple rodeos over at Pinnacle Bank Arena. We used to do them all the time at Pershing Center. We weren't able to get scheduled last year. So we've kind of worked with our promoter and our rodeo promoter, good guy out of North Dakota, and we took the best of what rodeo is, the Bulls and Bronx. So we'll have over 50 top rides that night, probably about 30 bulls and about 20 saddle broncs, within a few either way. That's the best part of rodeo. That's what everybody comes for. And the excitement is nonstop. We've got top stock that'll be at the National Finals Rodeo. We'll have top riders who are also coming out of National Finals Rodeo. Some local favorites. It's a great night. It's action-packed. It moves along. Video replay, all the cool stuff. This will be one of the best places to see rodeo in the country that weekend.
Great. Another new announcement, Kenny Chesney is coming, May 18th.
This is huge, Diane, for Kenny Chesney to come back. He just finished off of a huge stadium tour this last summer. He's got a new album out called Songs for the Saints. I've been listening to a bunch of songs on it. It's outstanding, along with all of his great hits from the past. David Lee Murphy's going to join him, Caroline Jones. This is a really big deal. I mean, for him to come out and do arenas and then to pick us and come back and play here again, get your tickets quick. This one's going to go very, very fast. And a May weekend, the weather will be getting nice. maybe a little tailgating out there before the show. It's great to have Kenny coming back.
All right, then in June, we've got the New Kids on the Block. How's that one selling?
That one's selling very, very good. Well, it's not just New Kids on the Block, which is outstanding on itself.
That's right. They're kind of the headliners, but there's a whole
The
big
lineup
group.
is outstanding. You got Salt and Peppa, you got Tiffany, you got Debbie Gibson, Naughty by Nature, all of them there. And you know, if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, this is like ingrained into your mind. You know, it's part of your playlist. So to have these guys come in, they do an excellent show. To have all of these great bands join them, it'll be a fun evening in June.
All right, and finally, Carrie Underwood, June 23rd. Any tickets left here and there?
There is some tickets left for Carrie. It is, you know, it was announced so far out that it's been selling extremely well. But there's still some tickets left, so you know, don't feel bad. These make great Christmas presents. You know, if you don't know what to get for somebody and you know they're a big country fan, country tickets, you know, for Chesney or for Carrie or something is great. Maddie and Tay joins her. Runaway Jane. Carrie was here before. The stage is outstanding. This will be in the round. It goes all the way down throughout the center of the arena. Last time she was here, she took the audience kind of aside and sang a song and goes, you know what? We're going to do that one more time and film it for a video. So if you watch the video of that's Pinnacle Bank Arena out there.
That's pretty cool.
It is a great lineup, more stuff that come along, and so Pinnacle Bank Arena is rocking.
And we have new announcements every month, so that's great.
Yep.
Now, earlier we mentioned Weird Al Yankovic at Pinewood Bowl. There's one other show that's been announced for Pinewood, and that is July 24th, John Bellion.
John Bellion, new hot, kind of a pop. He covers a couple different things: a little pop, a little R&B, a little bit of rap, and very, very popular artist. A lot of plays on social media, and so he'll headline one of our nights out at the Bowl. We've got a whole lot of stuff coming up. We'll have an announcement here in early December for a show I know that people have been waiting for a long time to come. And we'll have a great season again. Thanks to all the guys at Pinewood Bowl that work with us. And we'll have some new things backstage. Hopefully we'll have some more excitement out in the house. And can't wait for summer to come and we
Another
can
big
get back
year.
outside.
All right, thank you so much, Tom. You know what? Frosty didn't say a word.
He didn't, but he was a great listener, and I bet he's making notes on which tickets to get. And,
That's right, that's right.
I think the weather's going to be exactly what he wants to see for a while. So.
You can get him some VIP tickets, surely.
As long as it's not too close to a heater, I think we're in good shape.
Tom, thank you so much for being with us again.
Thanks,
and
Diane.
happy holidays to you.
Happy holiday, Merry Christmas to you and to all the folks that watch us. Thank you.
And that is all for this month's Out and About show. I want to thank all the guests we had for today. If you missed any of the events, stay tuned. We'll run a list again right after the show. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you out and about, and have a great holiday season.